I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. We are all set to say goodbye to 2023. New Year celebrations have started to usher in 2024. In India, we will clock in the new year in just about under 30 minutes. In this special presentation, we join in the New Year celebrations across the nation and the world. We also take a look back at what made 2023 special. Let's begin. Let's begin with the New Year celebrations. And New Zealanders were amongst the first in the world to celebrate the arrival of 2024. 500 kilograms of pyrotechnics were launched from New Zealand city's Auckland 328-meter tall Sky Tower in a dazzling display of fireworks that illuminated the cloudy night sky. Revelers watched on as brightly colored fireworks were accompanied by a laser light and an animation show. And those are visuals of New Year celebrations in New Zealand, one of the first nations to usher in 2024 with a brilliant display of fireworks. What you're watching is the 328-meter tall Sky Tower in Auckland, where the special fireworks welcome the New Year 2024. Those visuals came in from New Zealand some time back, one of the first countries to welcome 2024, the new year. Some 328-meter tall, over 500 kilogram fireworks on display on your screens. So that was New Zealand. Nearby, Australia also welcomed 2024 with a dazzling firework display featuring silver gold pyrotechnics to commemorate Opera House's 50th anniversary. So New Year celebrations are taking place as we move across time zones. Next, Taiwan welcomed the year 2024 with spectacular fireworks from its Taipei 101 Tower as the clock struck midnight on Monday. According to Taiwan's foreign ministry, the theme of this year's New Year Eve fireworks was Colorful World to symbolize a return to normal life in 2024 after years of pandemic hindered tourism to the island nation. And Hong Kong also welcomed 2024 with a large New Year's Eve fireworks display over the famous Victoria Harbour. This year was Hong Kong's largest New Year Eve fireworks display to date, according to the city's Bureau of Tourism. A dazzling display of fireworks as the New Year 2024 is here. Thailand welcomed the New Year 2024 with fireworks along the Chao Phraya River. In Bangkok, the city entered the New Year with a countdown and a splendid fireworks display.
我们的时代，我们的标志。 林蔡国。
เรียกว่าอีกสักครู่นะคะจะ
这份的成员在这铜台上。
And it wasn't fireworks everywhere. Residents in Israel's coastal city of Tel Aviv expressed hope that the conflict would end in the new year. Residents of the city took a heartfelt moment to reflect on the events and their feelings surrounding the year of 2023. With a deep yearning for tranquility, they shared their aspirations for a more peaceful 2024, hoping for positive changes that would bring about a brighter future in their own lives and their country.
2023 was nice until the war, and then it broke everything. I mean, really crushed our heart. My wish is that the war will be ended, that my kids will be happy, that my grandkids will be smiling, and that I'll be healthy and make a nice living.
It's not so much happy times this year, but still we're trying to keep the day-to-day for the little children as is. So I wish for the whole world a year of love, a new year of maybe peace, hopefully world peace and unity. We are all for the good, and we want the world to be shining bright, full of happiness and love for all.
I just finished high school, and I start a new way with myself. I wish it will be good in my country. Everybody found peace, and I found peace with myself.
I hope my family will be healthy and safe. And yes, I have 3 daughters and a husband, and we're all hoping for better days. I hope we will feel safe here, and we will not fight with the neighbors and have peace.
While much of the world is welcoming the new year with fun and celebrations, the scene is different in Russia. Ukraine war has overshadowed the celebrations. DD India correspondent Dasha Chernyshova gets us more from Moscow.
New Year celebrations in Russian cities have been scaled back, with fireworks cancelled and decorations not as lavish as they used to be. All the money saved from that will go to the needs of Russia's so-called special military operation in Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin, in his New Year address to the Russians, said that Moscow will have to go forward and create the future. The 4-minute-long video was first released in Kamchatka, that is first among Russia's regions to celebrate New Year. Putin's address Mass was traditionally recorded in front of the Kremlin walls. The head of the country addressed Russians, the military and families of those fighting in the special military operation in Ukraine. Celebrations have been marred with the tragedy in Belgorod, where at least 24 people have died as a result of a Ukrainian strike against city center. Moscow said the West is complicit in what it described as an act of terrorism. Dasha Chernysova in Moscow, reporting for DD India.
And we're heading for a short break, but our special coverage of New Year celebrations across the world continues.
Welcome to Jaipur.
Welcome back to our special presentation where we track New Year celebrations from India and across the world. And for updates on the celebrations in Africa, DD India correspondent Chris Ochambrega joins us from capital of Congo, Kinshasa. Chris, I hope you can hear me given the time difference. I hope you can hear me, Chris. All right, so given the time difference, there is some time before we wish you Happy New Year. But just give us a picture of celebrations. We see a beautifully decorated background.
Yeah, so very many people have turned out on the streets to celebrate the election victory of President Felix Tshisekedi. The Electoral Commission earlier declared him the winner of the December 20th elections with 73% of the votes cast. His closest challenger, Moise Katumbi, came second with 18%, and opposition leader Martin Fayulu came third with 5%. Now, we have heard from election observers who said that the elections in the DRC were marred by a number of irregularities in some polling stations, but they said that that did not impact the credibility of the whole election. And so
what does it mean also for the New Year celebrations and the aspirations of people in the year ahead?
A lot of excitement. People have been, dancing on the streets of Kinshasa, waiting for the 20th of January, when the government is supposed to inaugurate President Felix Tshisekedi.
Right, Chris, and finally, what are the aspirations in the new year 2024? In just a moment from now, what are the aspirations of the youth in particular in the region?
Well, so there is a lot of disputes by some opposition members who have said that this election had very many irregularities. They cited the delay.
All right, Chris, thanks very much for getting us those updates from Africa, from Congo, as the New Year celebrations begin there in a bit. Let's come back home. Here are some visuals of the breathtaking lighting and decorations from Shillong, known as India's Scotland of the East, located in picturesque northeast India. People and tourists all happy to be in Shillong. Our correspondent Rama Tyagi has sent this special report from the city.
Few hours are left to celebrate New Year, to welcome New Year 2024, but celebrations have begun. We are right now at Police Bazaar, which is called the heart of Shillong, and you can see decoration everywhere, beautifully decorated. The malls, the shops, the streets. If we talk about the streets, they are stuffed with people, locals, tourists and foreigners too. Tourists have come in large number over here to celebrate their new year in Shillong because it's a favorite destination. Adequate arrangements have been put in place to deal with any kind of untoward incident, but people have come in large number, and the energy, the zeal we are witnessing, that is amazing. People are celebrating here. They have gathered together. They have come from different parts of country, so you can see the crowd, locals, tourists and people. They have come with their families over here to celebrate New Year. Some people came here first time and they find it very peaceful, full of energy, and they want to give the message of, they have taken so many resolutions they are talking about, but the most important resolution is they want to spread peace, they want to pray for everyone, they want to pray for humanity, they want to pray for prosperity for everyone. With Gaurav, Rama Tyagi for DD India from Shillong.
And the tourists are excited to be in the beautiful city of Shillong. They expressed their experience with my colleague Rama.
The energy at this time of the year is quite infectious. The people have been warm and welcoming, and we thought that there might be, it might be difficult to understand or speak, but it's been amazing. Everything has been really comfortable, and I hope to come back here soon. My New Year resolution, more travel. Yeah, more travel and less stress.
My New Year resolution is to make myself better this year. That's it.
This year is very beautiful. I mean, it's so good lighting also. It's the first time, and they never do like this, like every year.
This time we had a long plan. We came from all together from Rajasthan, and we had a 10-day trip. We went to Arunachal, then Assam, and this New Year we are going to spend in Shillong, and tomorrow we'll go to Dauki, and also we are starting with a visit, and hopefully because we are starting with a visit, entire year we'll be having a lot of tours and visits and everything. The topmost would be I start running again from tomorrow, and we'll continue for entire year.
My New Year resolution is basically to do well in my studies and in my academics, because this is going to be my 12th. So I want to prepare well for my exams and give well in my board examinations. That's my resolution.
In of Jammu and Kashmir, New Year celebrations took place at Lal Chowk, and we get you those visuals of the celebrations in Lal Chowk. People were singing, dancing to the tunes of Bollywood songs. The historic clock tower, commonly known as Ghanta Ghar in Lal Chowk. Locals and tourists gathered in large number to welcome New Year at a place which hasn't witnessed such celebrations earlier, owing to violence and other law and order issues.
यहाँ पे न्यू ईयर का सेलिब्रेशन हो रहा था, यही देखने आए थे। इससे पहले यहाँ कभी नहीं हुआ था, तो इस बार ये देखने को मिला है, तो हम भी देखने के लिए आए हैं यहाँ। कोई ऐसा प्रोग्राम नहीं देखने को नहीं मिला इस लाल चौक में। आज पहली बार लग रहा है मुझे कि ये ऐसा प्रोग्राम होने वाला है, तो इसलिए हम यहाँ देखने के लिए आए।
यहाँ पर न्यू ईयर की सेलिब्रेशंस चल रही है और उसकी तरफ से एक म्यूजिकल इवेंट मुनक्कद किया जा रहा है टूरिज्म डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से। लाल चौक में पहली बार ऐसा इवेंट देखने को मिल रहा है।
In India's Jammu and Kashmir, in Pahalgam Development Authority, in collaboration with 3 Rashtriya Rifle of Indian Army, organized New Year celebrations. The Winter Carnival, or Jaish Bahar witnessed a massive participation by tourists as well as locals at the event. This year, the department has enlisted local celebrities from Kashmir to captivate the tourists and locals in this picturesque destinations. The tourism department organized laser, sound and light shows in addition to the musical night event at Gulmarg in Jammu and Kashmir. The department has roped in local celebrities of Kashmir to enthrall tourists and locals in Gulmarg. People celebrated the New Year with singers at the golf course. And celebrations are taking place in different parts of the country, also in Goa. DD India's Shyama Mishra gets us more.
We'll soon be stepping into 2024, but before that, the party is on and we are here in the party state of the country, which is Goa. We are having the people who are partying tonight. What's your plan for welcoming the new year and how are you celebrating it?
We just plan to have a good time with a lot of good food and a bit of drink and a bit of dance.
Okay.
And that should be it till 2024.
Okay. So how are you all celebrating? How are you all planning? Because you know that it's Goa. It has to be different. It has to be enthusiastic. How are you all celebrating it?
This celebration is with family. And we have family here from Kenya and from Uganda. Okay. My son lives in Uganda.
Okay.
So we plan to enjoy ourselves, and there's nothing like enjoying the good food of our good friend Dominic.
How do you find the vibe of India and especially, you know, the values that we are having here, that we should be celebrating it with our family?
Yeah, it's all about family values, and it's very good to be in Goa after a long time. So looking forward to a happy 2024 and good health.
We also have Dominic with us. He's the Director of Operations of Bay 15, which is this area which is hosting one of the most entertaining parties of Goa. What's the flow like?
So we have a mixed crowd. We have about 70% of Goans and 30% of mixed tourists inside. But we are looking at keeping it as a family occasion more, and we have everything for everybody. For kids, we have a kids play area. We have unlimited food, unlimited beverages, and a lot of things. And we're getting ready for the countdown.
Can we expect fireworks?
Yes, there are going to be fantastic fireworks at the countdown.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. And all these lovely people, they've been here and they'll be welcoming the year 2024 with us. And we are also hoping that this new year would be bringing a lot of good health, a lot of positive vibes for everybody. With camera person Lokesh, this is Shyama Mishra for DD India, Goa.
And New Year celebrations are underway in Haryana's Gurugram. People gathered for the celebrations. This is the time for grand celebration and reflection, setting the stage for positive moments with family, with friends, as we embark on a new chapter of possibilities. Time for the northeast of India. On the New Year's, thousands of tourists have descended in the northeast Indian state of Meghalaya, visiting various tourist places there. Residents gathered on the banks of Asia's cleanest river, Umgot, that is situated near Dauki, close to the India-Bangladesh border, to usher in the New Year.
We came here
to the Shillong for the first time, to the northeast actually. So we wanted to have a quality time this new year. We don't believe in resolutions and stuff, but rather than making memories.
Yeah, we are enjoying because we can see the panoramic beauty and the scenic beauty. Even the lively and exotic beauty is really mesmerizing. So we are enjoying. So definitely next time we'll do visit again.
No New Year resolutions. Not to keep any resolutions whole year.
Right now my New Year resolution is just to settle my career, as after my baby I stopped it.
I will be fitter from this year.
No resolution, just to stay fit for the whole year.
Shillong is geared up to welcome 2024. The whole city is decked up with different colors, the color of happiness, the color of hopes. Every place is crowded, whether they are malls, streets. People are exchanging good wishes. They are going to their friends, their relatives. They are throwing parties. They are attending concerts. They are making resolutions for their health, for their education, for their families, for their society, and most important thing is for humanity. With camera person Gaurav, this is Rama Tyagi for DD India from Shillong.
Cooperation headquarters in India's southern state of Tamil Nadu is decorated beautifully with coloured lights. People are excited and they're all set to welcome the new year. And as the new year fervour has set in, people performed the year's last Aarti at Ganga Ghat in Uttarakhand's Rishikesh. People gathered at the river banks, participated in the grand Aarti. Foreigners also grooved with enthusiasm as the priests performed the Aarti. Meanwhile, priests in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh also performed the special Aarti at the banks of river Ganga. Time now for the countdown to begin for the new year. It's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Happy New Year 2024 to everyone. It's 12 o'clock. Time to say goodbye 2023 and welcome 2024. We wish you all a very happy new year. Here's to new beginnings, exciting adventures and fulfillment of all your aspirations. Let's also spare a thought for those who cannot be part of any celebrations because of wars and conflict. We hope for a better world in the new year. We wish 2024 brings in new hope, optimism for everyone. On that note, let's go across to different parts of the country to find out how the celebrations are taking place. We are joined by our correspondent. Ravi Dhiman is joining us from Ayodhya. Shyama Mishra is joining us from Goa and Anbarsan from Chennai. Ravi, let me come to you first. Ravi is reporting from Ayodhya. It's going to be a very, very special year for Ayodhya 2024. It's a new year, of course. First, Happy New Year to each one of you. Take us through what the celebrations are like in the temple town.
Very happy New Year to you as well, Shubhendu. 2024 is the most awaited year for Ayodhya. Ayodhya city will get a Ram temple on January 22nd. There's a consecration of the Ram temple here, and I think a wait of not which we can count in years or decades. It's centuries old wait for Ayodhya, which will get over now in January, and the city is bubbling with energy, buzzing with excitement, as everyone here is awaiting the date of January 22nd, and they all know 2024 will now be remembered as a very historic year, a year to remember for all in Ayodhya, as that year in which I think the people of the city believe a new era will begin for this city, which is not long neglected and was relegated to the sidelines, but now it believes its time has come. Its time has come to claim its rightful place in the tourist map of India, in the pilgrims map of India, on the historical and cultural circuit of India. Now, this city, it's not a major metropolitan city of India, but yet at 12 o'clock in the night, it's bubbling with excitement, because people know that this year is the year that will mark arrival of Ayodhya in the big league. It'll start getting more and more tourists. It has already got, connectivity infrastructure, a brand new airport, a greenfield airport, a revamped railway station. The roads have been widened. The approach roads are being made better. They are also being widened. The highways connecting Ayodhya, I think, are running fast towards the city now. And the people of the city are also, excited they were excited to usher in a new year, and they are excited now that this year, 2024, will bring in a lot more of attention to Ayodhya, a lot more of tourists, pilgrims and devotees that will come here in throngs to visit the Ram temple. We are at the Lata Mangeshkar Chowk here. It's one of the more happening places in Ayodhya, and the people have been waiting for 12 o'clock, 12 midnight here to usher in New Year and say goodbye to 2023. This year, many believe will be the year for Ayodhya to remember, and for people elsewhere to remember as the year when Ayodhya finally got its due.
All right, Ravi, stay with us. Anabarsan, I'll come to you. You're reporting from Chennai. Just take us through how people are welcoming 2024.
Actually, now I'm in the beach, but the historic clock behind me. You can see that 12 o'clock. People are very much enthusiastic, and after 2023 December, various calamities. And after this 2022, we are very much hopeful to making a successful one. And people here in Chennai, particularly in Marina Beach, you can see crowd behind me, where people are very much enthusiastic to welcome this 2024 as a new beginning and new hopeful for this new year. And also, people are...
All right, Anabarsan, thank you for those updates. Let's also get the latest from the national capital, Delhi. My colleague Siddharth is reporting from the national capital. All right, we'll connect with Siddharth in just a bit. Let's go across to the party capital of India, Goa. Shyama Mishra, our correspondent, is in Goa. Shyama, well, the celebrations are peaking, it seems. Describe the scenes around you.
Well, Shubhendu, starting from you, I'll wish you Happy New Year, and I'll wish our viewers a very Happy New Year. All the countdown has already been done, and the fireworks are currently going on. And over here also, there were performances from Goa's local band, the most famous of them, have performed here, and people have partied hard. Now they're waiting for the fireworks to get over and then continue their party once again, because the party is not going to get over. The party has just begun, and as you've already given it the title of party capital of the country. The party will continue, and though it may be surprising or shocking, people have just started arriving at this particular party. Also, another important factor of Goa is that people would be attending the 12 o'clock mass. So currently those masses at many places are currently on, and after offering their prayers, the Christians would be now flocking to the parties, the most happening parties. And already told you, already given you a hint, where how people are going at different places, be it the casinos, be it the discotheques, many Bollywood, many Indian celebrities, cinema celebrities are performing. I've already mentioned about this particular place where I am. These people have, the lights have again come back, Shubhendu, and that means it's time for the performers, for the band to come back once again on stage, and they have entertained the people, they have entertained the crowd like no other. As I was mentioning, that there are a lot of people who have flocked different parties. So at many places they have been the typical Bollywood party, the typical themed parties, but here things are different. It's a traditional place, and as we know, this particular place, Bay 15, is known for the way it celebrates or welcomes New Year in a traditional manner. So we see, the families coming together, dressed up in a, blazer, traditional attire, and then they come here and then they have a nice gala time. The idea that India or Indians are also promoting of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that the whole earth is our family, is one family. This is really, seen very strongly over here at this particular point, because no one is a stranger over here. Everyone who's coming here becomes a family, and this is one particular aspect of New Year as well, because New Year teaches you to, forget all the bad happenings that has happened in the past year. Maybe 2023 might not be as per the expectations of many, but it is time now to look forward to 2024, because it is full of hope, it is full of positive vibes, and hopefully it will be full of good health. Back to you, Shubhendu.
There, as my colleague Shama says, and Goa shows that party has just begun. Time to go across to the national capital, Delhi. My colleague Siddharth is there. Siddharth, Happy New Year 2024. So tell us, how are people in Delhi ushering in the new year?
Well, Happy New Year to you too, Shubhendu. I'm here in Punjabi Bagh right now, and the atmosphere, you believe me, is electric. Certainly, you can just hear the firecrackers here, and people are all enthusiastic as they have entered in 2024 now. The environment here is electric, and people are just, decked up, and they're still coming to the party, and it's unbelievable here in New Delhi. A while ago, I was in Connaught Place, which is the heart of New Delhi, and people there were also enjoying as they were then waiting to go into 2024, and now it's 2024, Shubhendu. So people, and I'm here at the club road in Punjabi Bagh, where there are clubs all over the place, and people are just coming here right now. As you can see, traffic is also there, and a vehicular movement is also there. It's in full swing. The party has just begun here in National Capital, and specifically in Punjabi Bagh, where people are just enjoying and they are welcoming the new year with full enthusiasm. Shubhendu.
Right. Siddharth, our correspondents from Ayodhya, Goa and Delhi, bringing us up to speed with the New Year celebrations. It's also important for us as we welcome the new year to reflect on how 2023 was. From each one of you, I'd like to learn about the people that you've spoken to. How would they remember the year that has gone by, 2023? Ravi, let me come to you first.
Well, Shubhendu, 2023 will always be remembered, for, we can say it's a tide-changing year for many people. Many things that were supposed to take place finally took shape in 2023, giving us hope for 2024. 2023, we finally saw less of disruptions in the global supply chains. When I talked to many people there, they were hopeful that finally, things will look better there, better in 2024. In 2023, the tide slowly changed from the COVID disruptions. The markets and the supply chains, the global commerce, all of that started to coming back on its track. We got wonderful news on the sports front. We got wonderful news on the science and technology front. As far as India is concerned, Chandrayaan-3 not only landed on the moon, it announced to the world that India has arrived to seek its place, claim its rightful place in the Committee of Nations. And 2023, I would believe, would be remembered as the year when, India finally showed the world its place in the Committee of Nations. India successfully hosted the G20 summit. It was not a very small thing to host, organize, and schedule. That was a mammoth job, and it was done beautifully by our team of experts in Delhi. The G20 summit was a successful summit. Apart from that, on diplomatic level also, India made its mark in the world. India stood its ground, despite pressures from many quarters. But India stood its ground not only during the Russia-Ukraine conflict, but also during the recent Israel-Hamas conflict. And in certain way, people of India also realized that India has stood its ground. Right. India has, followed its own independent foreign policy, which was, which got praise from across the border also. Largely, it has been peaceful at the border. India has been able to reinforce security of the homeland and make a mark with the defense exports and self-reliance in defense.
Right, Ravi, great. You've nicely wrapped up all the reasons why 2023 would be remembered for. Shyama, let me come to you. There's a lot of music on your side, which is nice. The people that you've spoken to, how do they reflect the year that has gone by and the year that is now here, 2024, their aspirations for the new year?
Shining example. So G20, in the context of this G20, it was a big year for me as well, because I have covered almost 20 G20 meetings in different parts of the country. So in that way, it has been a big year for me. Talking to other people, let's talk to them. How has been the year 2023 for you, and how would you describe 2023?
2023 was good actually. 2023 was good for me. Had a lot of achievements in 2023. So hoping for that in the 2024.
How are you going to look ahead for the year to the year 2024? And how are you enjoying here?
Yeah, it was really nice. Great food. It was really nice. Great food. We enjoyed it. Yeah.
What would you say about the family? How are they enjoying? How are they celebrating? Welcoming the new year.
Yeah, my husband came with me and he enjoyed it.
Thank you. So,
Shyama, thank you for those inputs. Let me also quickly go across to Siddharth. Siddharth, you're reporting from Delhi. What do people say about the year that has gone by and 2024?
Well, definitely, Shubhendu, 2023 has been a remarkable year, and people who are just entering into 2024, they are quite hopeful. When they are entering into 2024, they were quite hopeful. They were very excited and very enthusiastic that they're entering into 2024. Also, 2023 has been a very remarkable year, Shubhendu, in various sectors. I would like to point out science and technology, for that matter, like my colleague Ravi very correctly pointed pointed out that with Chandrayaan 3, we became the first nation ever to have landed on the south pole of the lunar surface. And not just Chandrayaan 3, Shubhendu, we have Aditya L1 also, we have Gaganyaan also, and many things, including AI, artificial intelligence, and the regulations related to it, which will be implemented, next year. I mean, the discussions which were going on, we will see those implementations in 2024, which will regulate AI to ensure that it will have a positive impact on the society. So 2023, I would say, it has been a very revolutionary year in terms of science and technology, and not just science and technology, in sports also, Shubhendu. Talking about Cricket World Cup, we reached the final. It was a little unfortunate that we lost, but the kind of performance we showed, it was remarkable. And 2024 yes. Paris Olympics, we are certainly going to do, we will register a name on the global platform, certainly with the kind of performance we have been giving in the field of sports, be it javelin throw or be it any sport you take, we are just excelling it. And as Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he's been saying, he's promoting sports in the country. By looking at that, we can certainly be assured that in this year when the Paris Olympics will take place, we are certainly expecting to do well in sports, in Olympics specifically. So the 2023 for me has been a remarkable year in various sectors. Like I just said, science and technology is one of them, sports is one of them, and successful hosting of G20 is also something which the world has witnessed and praised about India. So all in all, it's a remarkable year. And coming to you, what you asked, that what people are saying, people are just mesmerized, with the way India has progressed in this year, and they're really hopeful that in 2024 it will be double of what it was in 2023 when it comes to India's progress.
All right, more success and joy in the new year 2024. On that note, thank you very much, Siddharth, for joining us from Delhi. Shama, you joined us from Goa. Thanks very much. Thank you, Ravi, for getting us those updates from Ayodhya. Thank you to also Anna Barsan, who joined us from Chennai. Once again, a very happy new year. Now you guys are free to party and enjoy yourself. Thanks very much for joining in. And the year 2023 was an eventful year for India, as the country's infrastructure in particular got a major boost in budget allocation. We bring you this special report encapsulating the details.
When India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the annual budget on the 1st of February 2023, she got thunderous applause from the entire House when she made the announcements related to the proposals concerning capital expenditure on the infrastructure sector in the country. It was dubbed as the blueprint to India's Amrit Kal, when it becomes a developed nation by 2047, when it completes a century after its independence. Capital expenditure for infrastructure development was raised by as much as 33% to 10 lakh crore rupees, or nearly $133.5 billion, with emphasis on building new roads and highways, expanding the railway network, building new ports and airports, among others.
The budget adopts the following 7 priorities. They complement each other and act as the Saptarishi guiding us through the Amrit Kal. Inclusive development, reaching the last mile, infrastructure and investment, unleashing the potential, green growth, youth power, and financial sector.
The increased allocation for the infrastructure sector covered all bases. The Ministry of Railways received its highest ever allocation of $30 billion. The allocation to railways was roughly 9 times the allocation in 2013-14. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways saw 36% hike in allocation to $36 billion. $372.8 billion was allotted for building 50 more airports, helipads, water aerodromes, and landing fields. The increased allocation for civil aviation was for boosting regional air connectivity. The Urban Infrastructure Development Fund was set up, UIDF, set up through the use of priority sector lending shortfall. UIDF used for creating urban infrastructure in Tier 2 and 3 cities. government has identified 100 critical transport infrastructure projects for last and first mile connectivity. Shortlisting for ports, coal, steel, fertilizer and food grain sectors. These projects are to be taken up on priority with an investment of $9.2 billion. National Infrastructure Pipeline launched combined with other initiatives. NIP combined with Make in India and Production Linked Incentive Scheme. NIP combined with other initiatives to augment the growth of infrastructure sector. Having put the COVID downturn behind, India decided to step on the gas to power its economy to and beyond $5 trillion before the end of the decade. Spending big on infrastructure is a part of that endeavor.
And the world really went Natu Natu on the peppy beats of the famous film RRR that got global recognition. The song won applause, hearts and most prestigious Oscar award as well. Viewers not only got a new rhythm to swing on, but fans got a reason to smile and proudly say that RRR and especially Natu Natu is made in India.
Not salsa, not flamenco, my brother. Do you know Natu?
Natu Natu, a song from S.S. Rajamouli's film RRR, won the Oscar for the Best Original Song. The song was composed by M.M. Keeravani with lyrics by Chandra Bose and vocals by Rahul Sipliganj and Karl Bhairava. The song Natu Natu from the hit Telugu language film RRR has made history by becoming the first Indian film song to win an Oscar. The blockbuster track won Best Original Song at the 95th Academy Awards, beating heavyweights like Lady Gaga and Rihanna. The song already made history in January when it won a Golden Globe for the Best Original Song, a first for India. The same month, it also won the Critics' Choice Award for the Best Song.
Chandra Bose originally earned a degree for electrical and electronics engineering before composer M.M. Keeravani.
While accepting the Oscar, composer M.M. Keeravani said, "The song was the pride of every Indian."
To the Carpenters, and now here I am with the Oscars.
Shot in 2021 in front of the Mariinsky Palace, the official residence of Ukraine's president, the song features the film's lead actors Ram Charan and Junior NTR performing energetic dance moves. The lively choreography has inspired several Instagram reels and dance trends on social media. RRR, short for Rise, Roar, Revolt, is a historical fantasy that tells the story of two revolutionaries who fight against British rule in India. The dazzling action epic is one of India's most expensive films. The song itself was shot over 15 days with 150 dancers and a crew of 200 working 12 hours a day. Rajamouli had said that he envisioned Natu Natu as an action sequence in which two freedom fighters bring a British officer to his knees through dance. And now the world is going Natu Natu with this peppy number.
And the 2024 sporting calendar is set to be dominated by 4 huge events. That is Euro 2024, Olympics, Paralympics, and the T20 Cricket World Cup. Here's a rundown on the leading events in 2024.
2023 was a massive year for sports with several major sporting events taking place, including the Cricket World Cup, Rugby World Cup, FIFA Women's World Cup, and Men's Hockey World Cup. However, if you thought that was massive, just wait until you see what 2024 has in store for you. 2024 brings with it some of the most prestigious and most watched sporting events in the world. Here is a rundown of the leading sports events in 2024. 15th to 28th January, tennis, Australian Open, Melbourne Park. 25th to 11th March, cricket, India versus England 5-match test series. 2nd to 18th February, aquatics, World Championships, Doha. 12th May, football, Women's FA Cup Final, Wembley Stadium. 22nd May, football, Europa League Final at Dublin Arena. 25th May, football, FA Cup Final at Wembley Stadium. 26th May to 9th June, tennis, French Open, Roland Garros, Paris. 29th May, football, Europa Conference League Final, Athens. 1st June, football, Champions League Final at Wembley Stadium. 4th to 30th June, cricket, Men's T20 World Cup, hosts USA and West Indies. 14th June to 14th July, football, Euro 2024 in Germany. 26th July to 11th August, Olympic Games in Paris. 26th August to 8th September, tennis, US Open at Flushing Meadows in New York. 28th August to 8th September, Paralympic Games in Paris. Narayan Singh's report for DD India.
And with that, we conclude this special presentation on DD India. We hope this new year brings you and your loved ones hope, joy and peace. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh on behalf of my entire team. Happy New Year 2024. Namaskar and good night.